Welcome back, guys. Today I gotta work on the 500 again. So the GTO frame is out getting painted, the body's getting sandblasted, and the other motor that I'm going to use is at the machine shop, so I've got some downtime. I've been trying like crazy to get this thing started, and she just will not having it. Keeps backfiring on me. I've messed with the timing. You know, I replaced the whole ignition system, the electrical, CDI, all that. So I got spark. It looks like I'm getting fuel and air, so the only thing I got left basically is I need to look at this top end. So pipe's gonna have to come off. This, which I believe is a water line. These two guys here, these two water lines, plug obviously, cap, and then this mount probably. I might be able to just get away with doing this here. We'll see. And then obviously these guys up here. And then I believe there's just 4 that hold the jug to the bottom crankcase there. And the carb. Sorry, yeah, the carb's got to come off too. So that's what I'm going to get into right now. I'm going to get all that stuff pulled off, and then we can start trying to get the I don't know if you'd call that a cylinder head. I mean, in a very simple sense, I guess that's what it is. And then the jug, take a look at the piston. See, I've heard the skirts the piston skirts can be a problem. They crack pretty easily. And just take a look at those cylinder walls, because the compression, we did a compression test on this thing, and it was at like 110. So it's pretty low from what I understand. People are saying they should run at 100, but I don't know. I just want to look in there and see, because I'm kind of exhausted most of my options. We've rebuilt the carb, looked at it a couple times. I think it's okay. I guess that still could be potentially an issue. The timing could be an issue to a degree, but there's not a lot of adjustment, and I've adjusted it quite a bit in either direction and then from center out in both directions. So I think it's time to pull this the jug off here and take a look at it and see what's going on. So that's what we're gonna do. So stand by and I will get to work. Alright guys, I got the head off, if you will. See the piston in there? It's a little cleaner than it was, just so I was trying to wipe some of that water out. I didn't want it to, you know, leak past the rings or whatever. Which I guess I should have drained it from the bottom first. Didn't really think that one through, so when you're doing this, I would suggest draining that water from the bottom first. Over here maybe. Like I said, I'm gonna have to take this thing off anyway. So that, I mean, it doesn't look too bad right now. I'm gonna have to get in there with once I get it all pulled apart, I'll show you guys, pull the piston out and everything, and you can really check it out. There's some scratches on the top of the piston. I don't know if you can see that, but kind of weird. So far so good. What I wanted to do, I stopped here because I want to drain the oil out of this thing before I contaminate it any farther, if I haven't already, with the water coming down. I want to check the oil and just kind of see the state, you know, if there's gas in the oil, you know, where it's leaking down or something. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we'll get back to pulling that jug off. Alright guys, here's the oil. Doesn't look horrible, honestly. It doesn't smell like gas, so I don't think it's been really leaking. It does seem kind of thin. Not sure if that's just me not knowing what weight is supposed to go in here, but it just seems awfully thin to me. But I don't really think that would keep it from running, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and I gotta get, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that. I just want to pull it off here or here, probably right here. See if I can get that off, and then we'll start working this jug off. And I think, let me see, I think that'll be about it. I think if I can get it up and off of there and then just rock it back, So, you know, I don't have to come up into the radiators and take all that apart. Hopefully, if I can just kind of move it back and then up. But, oh no, I doubt it. Looks like it's got studs in it, so probably not. Yeah, I may have to take those radiators off. I think I'm gonna have to, which kind of sucks because I just drained all that. I mean, I just filled all that stuff up in hopes that I could get this thing running, but we'll see. So, all right, let me get this thing pulled apart here, and then I'll see kind of what's going on and what the best way to do this is, but stay tuned. Okay, so I got the jug off there, left with the piston here, and what I'm going to do is get into this little groove. I'm going to try to, with like some needle nose or a little pick or something, try and pull. There's like a little ring clip in there, so I need to pull that out, and then I should be able to push the what do you call that, the sleeve or pin, whatever that's called in there. Just push that out with the socket, you know, that fits like really well. So it's my 14mm. I should be able to just push it out, or probably come this way with it once I get this pin out, but see how hard or easy it is to get that out, and then I can pull the piston off and we can check it out. Okay, so I got the piston out and it looks pretty bad. So you can see that spot right there. It's been rubbing really good apparently. I mean, even, I don't know if you can see it from the side or not, but I can feel it with my thumb. It's pretty rough. So I know there's a problem there. You can see that line down in there, right there, is basically where it's been rubbing. I have no idea why. I mean, my initial thought would be that this connecting rod is bent. My little bearing's about to come out, but I don't know if it looks bent to you. It looks fine to me. You probably saw in the video that the wrist pin for the piston, that was really hard to get out. In all the videos I've watched, people just slipped them right out, no problem. You know, even with just their hands, you know, the wrist pin here. So this, you know, obviously goes in the piston right there. And I had to like just slightly tap it a little bit to get it to come out. So I pulled both clips out just to make sure it wasn't one side or the other, and just had to work it to finally get it out. So something's messed up in there. I just don't know what. And honestly, at this stage of the game, I just don't know, I guess, how far to go with it. You know, does it need a new connecting rod? Do you throw a new top end in it and send it? You know, just a piston and call it good? Maybe an oversized jug, not oversized jug, but the bore, I mean, because this is going to have to be bored to some degree. I'm just not sure exactly what size it's at now. You know, if it's the original 89mm, I believe the original stock bore should be 80. So I don't know if it's at the stock bore or it's been bored 20 over already and it needs to go 40. Do I need a new jug? And those are kind of the questions that I'm going to have to figure out. By either probably taking this to a machine shop or trying to get a micrometer myself to figure out the size, you know what I mean? So that's where we're at. So yeah, let me do some digging, figure out what size this is, if it can be bored, get in touch with the machine shop. I got to get a new top end kit at the very least, and like I said, maybe a connecting rod or a full bottom end. I'm just not sure. It may be worth it just to do the whole damn thing now, so there's no question, you know what I mean? I'd hate to get a new top end, put it together, and it does the exact same thing. Just this bearing here, we can check real quick. I mean, just from what I can tell, everything seems fine. I mean, the little rollers or whatever you call those things are rolling fine. It's lubricated. I'm not sure whatever happened to this thing. I just don't know. I mean, chances, if I pull this motor out of here, chances are it's not going back in, if you know what I'm saying. I'll go ahead and get that new chassis and swap it before I put it back in here, probably. So like I said, guys, let me do some digging, let me do some research, and I'll get back with y'all. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Please continue to comment, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate it.